Hey Google, turn on the studio.
Hey, how's it going, everyone? Don here, and thanks for stopping by. So today we're going to be taking a look at something I've been working on really hard for a little over a month now. So about 5-6 weeks ago, we had a little mini tornado tear through our neighborhood, which was kind of a curse and a blessing. We were great. We didn't have any damage to our house other than the fact we were out of power for about 3 days. And well, that 3 days gave me the opportunity and time to build what I'm about to show you here. So I had a whole bunch of flooring laying around from a previous project that we did in the house. And, you know, we had the garage out here that we haven't parked our cars in forever. So I kind of split the garage in half and, well, let me show you what I did. All right, and so this wall is what I'm coining as the VR-mory. So, you know, over the years, I've amassed a lot of gear, and I do actually use quite a bit of it every day. So, you know, on this wall, I've got all of my weapons, I've got all of my haptics gear, I've got my gloves, and, you know, I love the fact that I can just grab and go. I mean, it's just right there, everything's on its own hook. When I'm done, I can put it back. And, well, quite frankly, it looks badass as well. So, okay, and over here in this corner is where we start with kind of like all the bigger stuff. Like we've got the KatWalk here. This has been fun to play with. I mean, I don't use it as much as I used to, but I don't know. If you want some infinite walking, it's definitely a way to get that. Over here we have the Roto VR Explorer. Interesting little chair, turns you with your head. You know, so obviously I want to thank Roto and Kat for sending these out. Okay, and over here we have the seating area, you know, just a little basic futon that I threw in here for those late nights where I might be editing and, you know, I just really don't want to go and wake up the whole house at like 4 a.m. after I realize I've been editing for 10 hours and didn't. All right, and starting over here is where we start getting into some of my favorite things in the studio, and that's my collections and my collectibles. So, you know, you guys who have been watching the channel know I collect headsets. I've got, I think, close to 35 now, at some point. And, you know, I also want to thank some really good friends of the studio for sending out these awesome lights. So Lumary, you guys are amazing. I love these light strips. They're super flexible, super easy to install. They've just got these little clips that you screw in. You can do all sorts of cool patterns with them. I can have them synchronized to music. So like, or when I'm playing a game, it like, you know, flashes and does all sorts of cool stuff. So Lumary just knocked it out of the park with these. So if you're doing a gaming setup, you know, these are 10 feet lights that you can cut them and trim them. I can't recommend these enough. So again, there's going to be a link for this in the description. Go grab a set of these. You won't be disappointed with the quality that you get with Lumary. So, all right, moving on. Okay, and so this is really cool. So as you guys know, I like to post these builds, and as I was starting to post pictures of this one, as I was starting it, a company called Sedata reached out to me because they noticed, well, my desk wasn't really the coolest desk in the world, and well, they sell some pretty cool desks, and they sent me this amazing convertible desk. Now, this can be L-shaped, it can be long, it's got the lights built in, it's completely sturdy. It's almost like having two desks in one. I mean, I've got like almost like a his and hers section if Stacy wants to come in here into the studio with me and work, you know, sometimes. Got the laptop over here. Now this doesn't come with it. This I added, you know, this is my own, more of my HMDs, actually some of my very first ones, the Oculus DK1, DK2, CV1, kind of going in order there. So, but very cool of Sedata to send the desk. So I can't thank them enough. And obviously there will be a link for this product in the description. So definitely give that a look if you're in the market for a new desk. All right, and then I got my shelf here for like all my XR tech. You know, I gotta thank my friends at Vitcher and X-Reel specifically for sending me just some amazing glasses over the years, and more to come on that. We've got the X-Reel 1 Pro review with the iCam coming up. I've been working on that. We've got some new stuff from Vitcher on the way as well, so stay tuned for some really cool XR news very, very soon. Okay, so moving on, this is something cool. You guys know I love the X Arcade system, but I didn't like the fact that it was on a stand. As you see, I'm kind of in a limited space here, and it just took up a lot of room. So I had this notch where I had the TV, and I thought, what the heck, since you can do this outside of VR as well, and it's 2-player, how cool would it be to just dedicate an entire area to retro gaming? So now when friends and family come over, we can, just slap down and play some old school MAME games. And when I want to, then this becomes my virtual arcade cabinet. It fits perfectly into this spot. Pinball, I'm still working out. You got to kind of move it a little bit. So I made it swivelable, where I can swivel it to get the right angle going this way for the pinball tables. And then this area right here, this is where I do all of my unboxings. So nice bright surface, nice bright lights. And as you guys can see, we've got some new stuff here to unbox really soon. I cannot thank bHaptics enough for sending both the starter bundle and the FPS bundle plus the tack visor. Got some new stuff, as I just said, from Vitcher on the way. Can't really show you that just yet, but again, stay tuned for those videos really, really soon. So last but definitely not least is quite possibly the most insane thing that we've ever had here at VRGD Studios, VRGamerdude Studios. I don't even know what we're calling it these days at the studio. But I really can't even call it Studio 3.0 yet, because it's Studio 2.5 at this point, because we're still missing the back wall. So definitely, definitely can't wait to get that back wall built. But when y'all sent me this was a complete game changer. And you can see I've got it set up for flying. I've got it set up for driving. I've got my keyboard and mouse, so I don't have to constantly hop in and out of the simulator. We've got it perfectly counterbalanced. It's not turned on right now. As you can see, I can move it. But I've got enough weight. I've got 50 pounds of weight here in the back. Unlike the old yaw, I definitely use these. I cannot thank them enough for including those in the package. This thing literally, and I'm going to say it just outright, it scares the shit out of me some days. And that's at 25-30% power. I couldn't even imagine running this at 100% power. It is absolutely insane. So again, I cannot thank them enough. This is definitely the crown jewel of the studio. It is my pride and joy right now of everything that is in this room. And I cannot wait to start pumping out videos and streams in the Yaw 3 motion simulator. So look for those really soon. I've actually already kind of started some test streams really late at night. We're going to move those into some more prime time for, a wider audience. So for me, that's going to do it today, guys. Thank you so much for coming by my studio and seeing where and how I do things here on the VR Gamer Dude channel, and look for more content really, really soon. But until then, I'll see you in the next one. This is Don signing off.